All right, so the second topic of the level 3 class goes over nerves and mentality. So it's all about mindset. So, different racers have different ways to define success. It could be simply surviving the starting grid. So, we all know by now that the start of a race is very chaotic, so definitely want to survive the hectic moments that happen at the very beginning of a race. Another way you can define success is finishing the very first lap of a race. The first lap being considered the hardest lap to race through, regardless of the track you're on, simply because there's a lot more congestion during the first lap since everybody's alive, or at least most racers are alive during that first lap. So definitely want to finish through and survive that very first lap of every race. Another way to define success is finishing a full multi-race lap. So whether it's a 2 lap heat or a 10 lap race, um, yeah, it's another way to define success. Another way is keeping pace with other racers during a race. Another way to define success is keeping pace with the race leaders. And the last one is winning the race itself. So it's important to know you definitely just want to be at peace with yourself. Know that it is okay to lose, and know that it's okay to not meet your own expectations. So you definitely don't want to make yourself too disappointed if you don't meet your own expectations, because failure is the greatest teacher. So definitely want to focus on just learning and growing, and over time, everything's going to fall into place. As long as you want it and you keep at it, you're going to become a much better racer. So definitely want to keep focusing on survivability over speed, and uh, pick yourself back up, and yeah, you're just going to become better over time through experience. Let's go over some physiological stuff. So you definitely want to get a good night's sleep. That goes without saying for many, many things in life. Uh, you want to make sure you're hydrated and that you're not starving. So definitely want to have a nice meal, but you don't want to eat too much because then you'll make yourself a little more sluggish. Drinking alcohol will typically make you worse. It can impair yourself as a racer, so just keep that in mind. If you're someone with a very high heart rate or get easily nervous, generally you don't want to drink too much coffee before a race. Coffee, caffeine in general affect different people differently. So just knowing your own body and how your body reacts to caffeine, you're just gonna have to make a judgment call for that. Another thing you can do, I haven't personally tried this trick, but there's something called the mammalian dive reflex. So if you fill your sink with really cold water and you dunk your face into it, hold it there for several seconds, I've heard that it lowers your heart rate. So just a neat trick. Maybe you can try it out, see if it works for you. If you're someone with sweaty hands or generally get very sweaty hands, um, you can look into getting some racing gloves. It could be racing or leather gloves. Just want to make sure that it has good grip to your dual sticks if you're using HOSAS setup. Um, but you can also try a handkerchief or whatever you got to do just to the main thing with sweaty hands is you will lose grip on your sticks, so definitely want to have very good grip on your sticks while you're flying. Uh, Generally, you want to avoid caffeine if you're very dehydrated. Lots of people listen to music. Doesn't work for everybody, but listening to music generally helps. So yeah, the key is to try to get yourself in the zone. So there are many ways to get there. It's going to be different for every person. So just got to find what's best for you to get yourself in the zone, focus on the moment, and you just want to calm your nerves. So that pretty much concludes topic 2, nerves and mentality.